Hello everybody, Professor Thompson here for video number 3 to say some things about speech number 1. The first thing that I would mention right away is that a requirement sheet has been posted into unit number 1 for your first presentation. That presentation will be delivered on October 26th. So that is the deadline for your first unit, all of the chapters, but very importantly the speech. If you choose to show up to class, I will see you in BIC 3634 from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Make sure you're there for the duration. If you can't be there, you need to submit a video, and that's again so that you're a respectful member of the class, not showing up late, leaving early, creating a good environment, a good audience for presentations. Speech number 1 is about you choosing a topic and informing us on the topic. I don't care what your topic is, but you're informing us of the topic. Please don't take a slant where you're trying to persuade us for anything. I really tried to be very detailed in that requirement sheet, so make sure you read through it, comb through it, and identify questions you might have regarding that presentation. You have 2 required oral source citations. It's roughly a 4 to 6 minute presentation. You will have PowerPoint available to you, so if you wanted to create some sort of technical visual aid, you could. One of the things that I would say about that is please don't make a PowerPoint full of text. I don't want to read your speech. I don't want you to read your speech to me. PowerPoint is to create a visual accent to your message. It's not to give yourself a digital outline to read to your audience. So if you choose to use PowerPoint, make sure that it's done effectively and it really enhances your message. I don't want your message to be on those slides. But PowerPoint is available. We have a computer in that classroom for you. If you choose to submit a video of your presentation and you're going to use PowerPoint, you've got to incorporate PowerPoint into your video that you record and you send in to me. I highly recommend for this first presentation that you choose some sort of picture, some sort of object, chart, other type of visual aid outside of PowerPoint. It simplifies the process for you, and for those of you who will record your presentations and submit the videos, it definitely is easier on your end so that you're not having to figure out how to project your PowerPoint so that I can see it while your speech is being recorded. So with speech number 1, the challenge is going to be narrowing down your topic, and a lot of students struggle at that. I have included into unit number 1 a handout that talks about finding the key to your speech. And so what is the key unifying factor of your message? Are you talking about 3 causes of a certain illness? Are you talking about 3 ways to fix something? Are you talking about 4 eras of ice skating? What's a unifying factor? One of the things that I would also recommend is on the left-hand side of Blackboard, I have a tab that says videos. In that tab, I have posted former student videos for you to watch. So you will notice that there's some sort of key that unites the body points of each of those presentations. It makes it very easy to follow. I'm also want to remind you at this point to relax and don't stress out about your presentation. A lot of people can get really nervous about this first one. You don't want to overthink it. You want to keep it simple. And so if you have questions about your topic or questions about organizing that, make sure that you send those questions to me and we can kind of start that discussion. Those discussions should start sooner rather than later because your presentation is 1 week from today. So you have a very limited amount of time to write and practice that presentation. Okay? I'm going to talk about the oral source citation component in video number 5. You do have 2 oral source citations that are required in the presentation. So make sure that you are figuring out what research and information you are going to be bringing into your presentation. Okay? So get to work on that speech. The requirement sheet is in unit number 1. I'm looking forward to seeing you 1 week from today if you decide to show up to class. If you are submitting the video and you are going to complete this class completely online, here's what you need to remember. This class is about flexibility, and you have an opportunity to present and record your speeches. If you will complete this class completely online and record your speeches, the first requirement from the state of Illinois is that you record your presentation outside of your house. It has to be in a venue other than your house. I don't care if it's an outdoor amphitheater. College of DuPage has an outdoor amphitheater. You could record it there. I don't care if you go to a conference room at a library, whether it's a school library, a public library. You can find a classroom near you. You could go and you could find a boardroom somewhere. But I've had students do it in restaurants before, but it can't be at your house. It's requirement number 1. So do not sit in front of a webcam like I'm doing for these videos. Do not do it in your living room. Do not do it in your dining room. Find a different venue. Requirement number 2, you have to have 8 people watching your speech who are 16 years of age or older. Okay, so I don't care if it's mom and dad and maybe an older brother or something else, but you need to find 8 people. A lot of times I hear from students that you can't get together an audience, and I have a very hard time believing that. You work with enough people where you could gather people after work for 5 minutes. Maybe it's you go to a restaurant and you get a group of people together. When there is a will, there is a way, and you can find 8 people that will watch your presentation. It takes 5 minutes to record. So that's the second requirement, 8 people, 16 years of age or older. The third requirement is that you have to give an unedited recording. So you start recording and you can show your audience, so I can count your audience, but then you record your speech from beginning to end. Okay? If there is an edited film, it's an automatic 0 grade. So please don't put it into your editing software and make movie magic. Just shoot it from the very beginning where you show me the audience, you show me you as a speaker, and you give your whole speech, and then you stop recording and you load that video. Okay? If you are doing this process correctly and you are doing it outside of your house, you have the required audience members, and you are doing unedited video, you can meet the state of Illinois requirements for submitting and completing this course completely online. I typically get 5 to 6 students per class that complete the class this method. So it's normal. Lots of people do it. You can do it too if you choose to put in the effort to make it happen. I will post directions on how you load your video into our Blackboard course. But please know, on the left-hand side, there's a tab that says Online Video Submission. That's the tab that you will use to click and then go step by step to follow the directions to load your video in for me to view. Okay, so that's going to complete video number 3. I'm going to do video number 4 on modules and the LearnSmart technology.